So today we're going to find out what I don't know about housing in Dennis. Welcome back to another episode of What I Didn't Know About Dennis. I'm here with my guest, Select Board member Chris Lambton, and today he's going to answer all my questions about what's going on with housing in Dennis.
Are you ready?
And well, you would think I would know a thing or two about housing in Dennis since it's my job. That is actually my career as a real estate agent, but I feel like I don't know that much. So Chris and I chatted. We're going to start right from the top and try to get all my questions answered as fast as we possibly can. So there's a lot of bad news in housing.
Yes. Are you ready? So over 50% of the homes in Dennis are seasonal. So in the winter,
I know that.
almost half, more than half are, no one's living in them.
Yeah.
The average price for homes right now are almost $600,000. And if you want to rent a 2-bedroom rental, we looked on Zillow this morning, $2,300 to $4,200 a month.
Yeah. For a 2-bedroom.
So that's pretty sobering stats right there.
Yeah.
So housing is an issue, not only in Dennis, but most seasonal places in Massachusetts and along the whole East Coast.
And we're losing families. We've been losing families for the past 20 years.
We have.
At an alarming rate.
If you look at the stats at DY, you'll see a line going down of families leaving and the enrollment at DY public schools going down. But there's a silver lining. It's starting to turn back.
So you're talking about progress, which is
Yes.
great. I am definitely sensing progress. I've been seeing different building projects going up, and I see things at town hall. But then I also, like, you get the jibba jabba on Facebook.
Yes.
Like, I can't really make sense of it all. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what is going on? Because it feels like, tell me if I'm wrong, things are getting better in Dennis.
Dennis is investing in housing and trying to get more families back into Dennis. So right now we have new and recent housing projects in Dennis. 92 units are going in, 38 of which are affordable. We have a housing coordinator now, and she helps get all of the state compliance, which is a lot for not only private builders, but also for any public projects as well. The Housing Trust is doing a great work in our town. They have a $300,000 CPC article on this next town meeting, October 21st.
Okay.
So come be a part of that project. The Dennis Housing Authority has a rental subsidy program that was paid for by CPC funds, which comes right out of our pockets.
Wait. So for the people who don't know, what does CPC stand for?
Community Preservation Committee. So on your taxes, a percentage of your taxes go into the CPC budget, and then the state throws money in as well. So if you hit a certain threshold, the state gives you more money for that.
Oh, that's
Dennis Housing Authority has that. And also the town of Dennis has a child care subsidy program, which again is paid for by the CPC to help offset costs of the child care, which is really
it's the working families that we've been losing, and that's a great way to support. That's great. One of the big questions that I hear people talk about is affordable housing. Obviously affordable, attainable. Those words get mixed around a lot, and they also sometimes come with like a real negative connotation. Talk to me about what affordable means and how is that calculated?
And people might see this word AMI. What's AMI?
AMI.
Yes.
What is that?
So that's the area median income.
Okay.
So that's how you put percentages on things. So most affordable units. So if there's a 40B project that comes in, that means that 1 out of every 4 units of that project have to be affordable.
What does that mean, though?
0 to 80% typically is of your AMI. So that way, people who are not making right now the average median income in Dennis is $88,183
for one person.
For one person, which you can't afford a house on that. You can't afford rent on that.
Yeah, exactly. And so the AMI for one person, 88,000.
Yes.
And we calculate the what is affordable based on
the AMI.
That number.
Yes.
All right, that's helpful. I see my friends at Sandal are putting up some great looking properties. I see the columns went up. I see the development over at the Improper looking gorgeous. But then I also, like, we've got Melpet Farms, we've got Forward on the Rock. What else have I seen? That's all I can think of right now. Who does what?
There's a lot of housing going in right now.
Yeah.
And there's kind of like 3 different ways that it goes in. Either it's a private developer who buys private land and builds. So that's what's going on in the corner of Trotting Park and Route 28.
That's Sandallar.
The Sandallar.
Yep.
So that's 24 units, 6 of which are affordable.
That's a 40B.
Yep. It's also at the Columns. That's a private residence.
Yep.
And it's being built by private people. And there's right now going to be 4 units. 2 are affordable.
Yep.
The old Improper that you said, that's again private. So
Yeah.
there's 24 units going in there,
Yeah.
6 of which are affordable.
Right.
But then there's also private, public. So VIC Hall, which is across from the Oyster Company,
Yeah.
that is town land.
Yeah.
So we gave a 99-year lease to a private developer. And there's 16 units going in there.
Yep.
So again, math-wise, 25%, that's 4 affordable. But
Right.
with that project, the Dennis Housing Trust actually purchased 2 more affordable units.
Oh.
So that number went from 4 to 6. Doesn't seem like much, but over the course of decades,
Yeah.
it adds up to millions of dollars in savings in rental income for whoever rents those houses.
That's awesome.
Which is great.
Okay.
Ford at the Rock is another. Ford at the Rock and the Habitat behind the senior center.
Yep.
Those are a whole different entity. That's nonprofit,
Yep.
private.
Yep.
So behind
On using with the on public property.
Public property.
Okay.
So there's again a 99-year lease.
Yep.
So
Yep.
behind the senior center, that Habitat for Humanity, there's 4 houses going in there.
Okay.
3-bedroom houses. All
3 bedrooms,
four.
that's awesome.
All 4 are affordable.
Yep.
Ford at the Rock, there's 8 more units going in there. Again, that's town
Amazing.
land that
Yep.
we gave on the 99-year lease to Ford. So 8 more units there. So there's, when you're attacking housing, there's not one silver bullet. You need multiple ways to attack housing. Here in the town of Dennis, we're doing private partnerships, private town partnerships, private nonprofit partnerships.
Yep.
We have the housing coordinator. We have
Yep.
CPC, town funds going in to help. So we're trying to do as many things as we can to
And
help the housing
you've
issue.
got the child care subsidy. So that's all these things
Yep.
are, I feel like, are really targeted to help our families come back.
And the rental
Dennis.
subsidy.
And the rental subsidy.
Always, yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how is Dennis doing in general? Like, are we killing it? Are we way behind the rest of the state? Like, how are we doing?
So the state grades you on it's called the SHILIS, the subsidized housing inventory.
Okay.
And they want all the towns in Massachusetts to get to 10%.
Okay.
Which is a tough number. That's a lot of housing units.
What percent are we at?
We're at almost 6, which has been
more than halfway.
We've gone up quite a bit the last couple of years, so good for us. But we're not resting on our laurels. So we're upper middle.
Right.
On the
Okay.
list.
All right. I can dig that. All right. So we've had a lot of really good stuff happening.
Yep.
We need to go to town meeting to keep that going.
Yes.
And we've got lots of projects underway. What is next? What are we looking forward to next for housing in Dennis?
Next up is 30 Bob Kroll Road, which is the old DPW site.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay, right across from Johnny
Across
Kelly.
from Johnny Kelly.
Yep.
Yep.
So we as a town voted at one of the last town meetings to change that from general municipal to housing.
Awesome.
So what we're doing now is doing public outreach for that property to figure out what goes in there.
Oh, okay. All right. Actually, I have heard about this, and this, what I understand is like the town of Dennis, all of us citizens are invited to go and like we can help talk about design. We can help decide who gets to live there. We have a lot of input as to what
we do,
how that goes over there. I love that.
Yeah, and nothing's been done yet because we still need more input from the townspeople to see what goes in there, what it looks like, all of that.
And so what's the process? If I wanted to go participate and say, give my thoughts, opinions, ask questions, how do I get involved?
We've had a couple select board meetings about it. And then we've also had a couple outreach programs, and we still have more to come. So again, we want people buy-in. We want you involved. We want you to give your advice and your input.
I love that you do that. I love that because it gives us all like this ownership and like a pride in solving this problem together.
Not one person or one group can solve housing.
Yeah.
We need everybody. We need the select board. We need the housing trust. We need the Dennis Housing Authority. We need
we need the people.
Voters. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
All right. Did I forget anything? Anything else really important that we should know about in terms of housing in Dennis right now?
No, Dennis is working hard.
Yeah.
We need you to put your input in as well, because it's not just one person that's going to solve the housing crisis and the housing issues in Dennis and all of Cape Cod.
And we have to do it
Work
together. We have to do it together.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Well, thank you so much,
No
Chris.
problem.
I'm going to give you guys a little preview because Chris and I are on a roll. There's a lot, it turns out, I don't know about Dennis. And I'll tell you something else I don't know about that we're going to talk about next time. Wastewater.
Yes.
See you next time
Wastewater.
at What I Didn't Know About Dennis.